I have talked about my story, even have written a book on my story. And I can't even think, and then I'm about to cry now. Me crying as much, and I know it's because I'm doing this for my daughter, and I had never just
seen it from a little girl's point of view.
yes. And I've never just sit and talked with her about it, and it's like looking at her and looking at me. And that's how I subconsciously, I've talked about it. When we go through traumatic things, it causes us to acting over or under. Like you overprotect or you underprotect. Just depends on the person. That's what, the under is like the neglect. The over is you trying to shield. And mine was the over. I went to school. My first thought was an accountant, and me and numbers, that was a negative. And then so I decided to go into sociology. And then after sociology, I was like, okay, and I was thinking about being like a probation officer because I knew I wanted to help the community, especially the Black community. Because in my family, I saw a lot of males going, being incarcerated, and I'm like, it has to be some help somewhere. And then along the way, I know it had to be God, because I'm like, where did this come from? And I was like, okay, I want to be a counselor. I mean, I've always been an active listener, and I always been, that ear, that wisdom, that encouragement, just naturally, since I was a kid. I saw there was a need for healing. There was a gap in where people, we saw each other's pain, but nobody was addressing the pain. And, my first love, a girl's first love is a father, right? So he was one of those males that was incarcerated. Like, well, what's stopping him from being there for me like he needed to be? But even in that, seeing where does this hurt, where does this anger, where does these conflicts, what's causing it, and why are we not speaking about it? Even, we're going to church, all of that, and we're saying scriptures, but do we really know how to apply it to everyday life? Do we know how to apply the word to our wounds? And so I'm like, I need to learn how to help my community heal. And it wasn't, at the time, it wasn't even so much about the community, but my family first. Because if it was a prayer that I had, it was a prayer that I want to give my family healing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see the trauma that people have faced, even as a little girl, like I saw it, like I saw the things that nobody else may have thought. I seen people when they didn't think that they were seen. I heard what they didn't say. And I'm like, if I could give anything to somebody, I would give them healing. I'd give them peace. I would give them love. How do I do that? What is it that I'm supposed to do? And so, and a part of that, like as we go and I know we talk, I had to learn also that I'm not the savior. And there's, he's placed gifts inside of me. And he's taught me how to learn how to balance my role in what it is that he wants me to do. I was, pretty intelligent in school, straight A student. During that time, I was inducted into the National Honor Society, right? And I remember them having like one of the teachers pull me to the side. And it was like, there's people, saying things, and then the principal comes, and I know you were, nominated for the National Honor Society, but there's going to be some parents that's upset. And I said, upset for what? Well, because you're pregnant. I said, well, I thought that I was nominated to be in here because of what was up here. And I know it's nothing but the graces of God that I experienced. And I'm gonna call it, I know people like, well, there's nothing as church hurt. Yes, it is, because we are the people. I think the term is a glacier. We are the people. We are the church. So yes, there is something called church hurt. I know I experienced, feeling the shame and people looking at you a certain way. But it was more so the things that they were saying to my mother. And not a one of them were in position to say anything to her. Not a one of them. Oh, this is not what I'm reading in the Bible or learning in Sunday school. This is not how we supposed to be acting. I knew that. No matter, I wasn't a theologian, I wasn't in no seminary school, but my heart knew that was not of God. So therefore, even though I experienced the hurt, the being ostracized in the church, in the community, as well as people making comments of like, to my mom, oh, you thought she was gonna be something. There was so much chaos. It was so much going on. Man, I know it wasn't nobody but God that kept me. A lot of times I just didn't have the time to stop and think about how it really felt. I didn't have the time. Like, this ain't the time. I got to keep it moving. But going back to the ideal of abortion being presented, and it was presented because my mom, she's being attacked on every side, every angle. All these people have so much to say, but you have no input or anything of what's gonna go on in my life, my son's life, my mama's life. All we was the small town's tea. So she felt like she was making the best decision. And so I go in and they prepare the sonogram, and I'm looking at the screen. I'm laying down and I look to my right and I'm looking at the screen, and I know I see, the shape, and I hear the heartbeat. Soon as I heard the heartbeat, I told the nurse, I'm not doing this. And she was like, okay. I had to go into protective mode before he was even here, because what no one was about to do was label him as a hindrance, as a barrier, as a mistake. Because the only person that can give life is God, right? No matter how out of order this life was made, if he wasn't supposed to be here, he wouldn't be here. When she brought that to my attention as we were discussing, the topics that we would discuss, and it was kind of like, ooh, it was grooming. Because, I was going to the Boys and Girls Club to see a boy my age that I liked. I wasn't even thinking about sex at all. Just the little boys you like, you making the little letters, how you fold the little letters, and do you like me, yes or no? That's as far as I was. And I kind of had dismissed it. Now, did he pursue me like he shouldn't have pursued me? Oh, yes, he did. Wine and dine a 13-year-old, from Dooney and Burke's to whatever the hot perfume was, white diamonds, cars, this, jewelry, clothes, whatever you could think of, money. It was being offered. It was given, You thinking you cool, he coming by, you sneaking off the, not getting on the bus because you supposed to be on the bus. picking you up from school and everybody, oh, you thinking you hot stuff, because you're not usually I really was considered like the goody good.
You would think most girls being that age wouldn't be ready to accept motherhood at that age. I mean, I was 17, almost 18 when I had her, and I wasn't necessarily ready to accept that role to be a mother. So can you even imagine somebody at 13, hadn't too long been 13, being ready to be a mother? I mean, wow. I mean, I knew then that it was meant to be. It was just meant to be.
Oftentimes we try to obtain someone who reminds you of your father, and basically if I can make him love me, or that I can, I'm earning the love of my father. Most people don't have this opportunity. I did do pastoral therapy with my father, and it was really helpful. And I remember him saying, because I talked to him about, I have to let the little girl know that she has to accept that she will never get that opportunity again. She won't get the opportunity to have her father be there. During the session, and my father said that I wouldn't even have wanted her to see who I was. Like I said, it hadn't been all bad. I'm not gonna lead this conversation making him out to be the villain in my story. Before my cousin passed away, Tyrone tells me about his friend, and which is Zswalyn, my husband. My cousin had never, ever wanted me to talk to any of his friends. I mean, I don't think I'm ever be able to just love like that. Not that I don't think I could receive love. I just didn't think it was for me. He wasn't in a position to be my man at the time. He was wrapped right. He was wrapped in a rap sheet. And so my husband and I, that's how we became together. When I want to be a big baby, he lets me be a big baby. When I want to be rough and tough, all right, well, we rough and tough. So he allows me to be me. And I think that is like probably why I love him so much, because he sees me, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and he still loves me. I would say one of my hardest times was seeing my baby struggle in an invisible fight and feeling helpless of not knowing what to do. Me being the strong one, the encourager, I'm the one that's always there, right? When I'm telling people like my daughter is having a fight and I know it's not a phase. And so I'm learning about anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation and things like that. And I'm trying to do the best as I can as a mother. I'm trying to do everything on the natural side. Of course, I was praying, doing a little bit on the spiritual side. When you feel like you are drowning and you are yelling for help. Everybody like, oh, she'll be all right. She'll get it. How mental health is seen in the Black community. We see it as prayed away. Just choose to be happy. Like if you got all the money and all the things, then you should be okay. But we all know that that's not true. It's not because people don't care. It's not because they don't want to be there. It's because they were not supposed to be there. And everybody can't be in the room with you. And as I go back and I look at all the things I've done, it was already in the making, right? It just didn't have the name. Church Girl, the Kingdom Woman came about. It was already on my journey of fully surrendering to God. And I'm like, God, what is it that you're calling me to do? I never did think about putting faith-based in with my counseling. Like God made it just merge. Over this past year, I've decided like, okay, I'm fully surrendering to what it is that you have called me to do. He had to first teach me to get me to go to the next level. And he had to first heal me so I can show them and be the example. As this journey that I'm on, I want to continue to grow into the kingdom woman so I can be the wife that I'm supposed to be, the mother that I'm supposed to be, and help my children grow into kingdom women and kingdom men, to ensure that they, and my granddaughter, to be the grandmother that I'm supposed to be, and to help her keep her confidence and help all of them walk their Christian walk, and to talk about it in real life, real timing. Be the daughter that I'm supposed to be the cousin that I'm supposed to be, the friend that I'm supposed to be, the sister in Christ that I'm supposed to be, the niece that I'm supposed to be. And when I am walking in accordance to who God has called me to be, I will be all of those things.
And who is LaKisha Tolbert?
She's my Gigi.
She's your Gigi.
And she's the best.
Why would you say she's the best?
Because she brings joy in her face.
She brings what?
Joy.
To who?
Us.
Us?
Yes.
What does she do for you to bring joy?
She brings joy to all of us.
How?
By smiling so hard like me.
Yeah, that's what she does?
Yeah.
She smile hard like you? What
Yeah.
does she do?
She makes companies and stuff.
Okay.
And she's really more smarter than me.
Would you think your Gigi's a good person?
Because she's my favorite. Well, I don't have favorites.
But people think she's an uppity person. What you think? They think she's a snot nose. A religious booker. What you think?
That's not true.
What you think about her?
What do you mean?
Do you think she's a great person? Do you
Yes.
think she's a person of God?
She is a great person.
Okay.
I mean, she's not mean or anything. But she gives me these knuckle sandwiches.
Knuckle sandwiches.